I'm ill. Please convince them to let me go. This pain is unbearable. This place is as foreign to me as my Fey captors. There's nothing here except the lethal wild and all the Fey we could ever hope to meet. Blasted, I'd leave right now if I could. They keep talking about how I can't leave until I'm free of the Narca affliction. They keep talking about how You saw my wife. I bet she'd wait out there for a decade if she had to. I hope I won't be stuck here for that. My wife and I were just passing through Ulcerund. We lost our way trying to get to the Red Marches when I grew ill. The next thing I know, I have a burning fever, and when I stopped to catch my breath, the Fae ambushed us.
The Narca must be stuck. Mortals are too fragile for these lands.
Beware the wild Fae of Ulcerund, Wanderer.
And the sands
They will
beget
not
a
be
mortal.
kind.
Greetings. You are strange. There's something distinctly Fey about you.
We realize our presence in Detir is rapidly diminishing. If we can re-establish the tradition lost with the House of Valor, perhaps we can still stabilize our presence in this region. They are our brethren, afflicted by the same curse as the Almain Alard. Left untreated, the curse alters the mind and role of the afflicted. We term these brethren Narca, and you'll find them wandering the desert of Ulcerund, attacking any that come near. They cannot tell friend from foe. It'll take some time before it's safe to walk the sands without a resolution to this dilemma. I direct the Circle of Engard in its duties. My allies and I serve the champion of valor, not the mortal pretender, but the Fae known as Engard. Unfortunately, the champion is no more. Not since his defeat in the arena. But some of our brethren departed, like our champion, Engard. Some went mad and became Narca. Those of us who are left remain for the sake of this land. If it were free of the Narca curse, we would gladly follow after our champion. We have confidence that he'll appear in Amalur once again. Every Fae is compelled to perform a function, and reigning as champion was Engard's role. When the champion returns, the Circle of Engard will take up arms once again, and our rites of combat will shake the earth. The Fae have thrived here for many cycles. Though the way the seasons have been flowing, we may not thrive for much longer. Releasing him would be detrimental to Fae and mortal alike. I sense something peculiar about you, though. Perhaps you could help him. He could be healed, we surmise, with the completion of the Rite of Valor. The key is the Cora Petal. The regenerative properties of the petal can cure the Almain. You'll find it on the vessel of the Guardian of the Caverns, the Cora Thresh. The Rite of Valor will awaken the Guardian, which has lain dormant in this long winter. Defeat it, and the petal can be plucked from its vessel. Head to the Caverns of Ingress at the base of the Great Spine. There are 3 Erathi sigil stones within. They are marked by a waterfall, a pillar, and a tree. Activate them in that order. Each stone will curse you. Once the last stone is activated, a beast of many vines will challenge you in your weakened state. Defeat it, and bring the Cora Petal to us. You must activate 3 sigil stones within the Caverns of Ingress. They're marked by a waterfall, a pillar, and a tree. Each stone will lay a curse upon your vessel when activated, and summon opponents to face in your weakened state. At the rite's end, a beast of many vines will appear to challenge you. Defeating it will permanently remove the curses. Exercise caution in Ulcerund.
traveler. The sands are unkind.
Greetings, mortal.
We are the circle of Strange. The threads of fate do not entwine your destiny. We await the return of our champion. The mortal Magnus defeated him, and he has not returned. I read the fates for the circle. That is my role. They are our brethren, but they cannot distinguish Fae from foe. They attack all who approach, and we know not the cause of their malady. Mortal. But champion Engard.
In my
This life offers two choices. Fight or die. Those who choose to live face conflict. It is the natural balance of this world. The weeds preclude the flower's bud. The spider's web arrests the fly. The water carves the rock. In the dry wastes of the Tyr, in the land known as Ulcerund, the House of Valar became the home of this primal force.
You do not belong here, mortal. The crown of the sun is a Fey domain. I do not wish to speak to you about Fey affairs, mortal. This place is older than your mind can grasp, and it will remain long after you are gone. Ulcerund is the last bastion of the Fey in Tyr, one of the few places in these desert lands where we are plentiful. They are summer Fey, but their minds have been altered. They attack any who travel the sands, be they mortal or Fey. I am the guardian of the Crown of the Sun. I watch over the new keepers as they meditate in preparation for their time at the crossing. It will be some time yet before I have new charges to shepherd.
Hail, adventurer. Are you here to present an offering to Mitharu? Farewell, adventurer.
of you want to die?
Well done. I can use the petal to create an elixir for the Almain. He needs only to drink this. If it indeed frees him from the curse, he may leave. And I will finally have hope of saving Ulcerund from the Narca. Administer the potion to the Almain. Hopefully, it'll free him of the curse. Farewell, mortal.
Greetings, mortal.
The Narca must be stopped.
You've returned. Well, they'll let me go if this works. I can feel the curse leaving me. I'm not just saying I should get back to my wife.
Mortal, if you require healing, I will aid you. This land is in pain. It is afflicted as the Narca are afflicted. I repair the vessels of the Circle when necessary. It is my role. Mindless. They're some of Fae. They cannot distinguish Fae from foe. They attack all who approach. Goodbye.
That was impressive. If a mortal can be cured, I believe that you could survive a journey through the Fellfire Pit. We wish to repeat our success with the Almain at a much grander scale. To do this, we require the essence of another plant, this time from the Fellfire Pit. The pit is located at the base of the great spine of Ulcerund. The flower, the Fellfire bloom, rests there, the only plant that grows in the pit. Excellent! Then head to the Fellfire Pit, where the Guardian... Farewell, mortal. The Fellfire bloom is the only flower able to grow in the pit. Ulcerund is among the last Fey lands untouched by mort. Some of our brethren have fallen to a curse that renders them... My brethren and I make up the Circle of... The Circle is holding vigil, waiting for the champion to return. We have waited long for the champion to return.
From the desert runner's lethal dance to the chaos of the wolf pack, the Fae displayed these contests as art. Engard, the embodiment of contention, arose as champion. His strike was as the mantis leg, a bolt amid stillness. He met defeat like the salamander's tail. Lost, but only to grow again. He inflicted wounds like the serpent's fang, rotting poison to weaken the mightiest opponent. His baleful stare was the shark's fin above the water surface, promising a bloody end. The Great Ones contested Engard's knowledge, and time and again they failed. The combat space was a patch of dirt, which soon became a clearing. The clearing, trampled by the feet of warriors, sunk into the earth and became an arena where the bravest mortals heard the fell clamours of the combatants. The House of Valor was born.
It is excellent. You have my thanks, child. Now we can use the power of the Fellfire Bloom to begin the removal of this curse from our lands. We will, however, require your services once more to accomplish this. Will you aid us again? Seek an audience with the keepers of the crossing, and then administer the sample of Fellfire Bloom to the heart of this land. With luck, you will free this entire region from the Naka affliction. The restorative properties of the Fellfire Bloom will remove the Naka's affliction from the font of the crossing. The Summer Fae who live here are tied to the land, and the land in turn is tied to the crossing. You must invoke the Keeper's Right in order to reach the crossing. The first step is to challenge Pura at the Crown of the Sun to battle. You need proof that you have bested her to pass through Caer Alatha. Very well. Defeat Pura, and she will give you the Amulet of the Sun. Take the amulet to the keepers at Caer Alatha, and they will allow you to pass. At the bottom of Caer Alatha, you'll find the font of the crossing. Place the sample of Fellfire Bloom atop it. If our theory is correct, your help in this matter will find...
Now, what is it? That I can do for you. Beware the forest. But you've saved us. Billis, widows spare you.
A child of dust? What brings you to the crown of the sun? The desert is unkind to mortals. I am the guardian of the crown of the sun. It is my role to watch this sacred place and see to the safety of the keepers in training. Florian told you of it. They must trust you implicitly. It is one of many sources of our worldly power. It is an almost limitless source of magical energy, closely tied to the essence of Alserund. They spent hundreds of years here in preparation of their duties. I am tasked with meeting their needs, ensuring they are ready. It will be several hundred years before the replacements for the current keepers arrive. Florian and the Circle sent you to access the crossing? It is highly unusual for a mortal to invoke a Fey rite, but your aura is most unlike a mortal's. Very well. Prepare yourself. Well done. You are a skilled combatant. It's no wonder you've earned the respect of Florian and his circle. The Amulet of the Sun is yours, and with it your right to descend to the crossing. You will find the crossing in the deepest depths of Caer Alatha. The Amulet of the Sun allows you to access the tunnels that will take you there.
Then returned the prophetess to her people, who, content with largesse, would stay in their wintry country. Tyrion spoke, as I know, her silken robes the fabric of Lyria's hand. Hail! The words of the goddess I herald unto her people, and have I heard from starlit lands in her woven grasp. Her way is east, that way which we must travel, for these frosty vales are not beautiful. Our cousins, we say unto you, be no more troubled by our plight. We will go to the opposite ends of Alfaria, and be Dokilfar content.